The first Winter Classic was held on January 1st, 2008 at Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo. That's quite a long time ago, as I regretfully had to inform Sidney Crosby of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I don't want to make you feel old.
No. Oh, I've had a lot of that today, so I'm
Sure,
good.
yeah, I saw you.
Sorry, too late.
I don't want to make you feel old, but it's been 15 years since the first Winter Classic.
I think the first Winter Classic is one of the more underrated signature moments in Sidney Crosby's legendary career. Like, it wasn't the golden goal, it wasn't lifting the Stanley Cup 3 times, but what it was that indelible memory we have from the first event of Sidney Crosby scoring that shootout goal, winning the game for the Penguins against the Sabres, and looking like it was a scene captured inside of a snow globe.
Just coming out of the tunnel and just, you had no idea. Like, I've never come through a football tunnel and experienced what those guys would see on, a weekly basis or whatever it is. But, I think that, seeing a hockey rink in the middle of a football stadium, packed, just loud, snow coming down, it's like this perfect mix between, like, hockey being pure outside combined with, playing the NHL and your dream of playing the NHL. So, it was just so incredible. And still, we've played in other ones, but nothing matches that feel coming out of Buffalo.
Hockey fans know that there's only one miracle on ice, but there were some miraculous things to the first Winter Classic becoming a reality. And not just because the ice crew had to fix divots every 3 minutes of gameplay like it was some kind of polo match. Off the ice, there were a lot of challenges to this thing becoming a reality. Now, John Collins was the COO of the NHL at the time, and I recently caught up with him at a press conference for the Stadium Series at MetLife to talk about the humble beginnings of the Winter Classic.
I think from really the moment that Gary gave it a go-ahead, there were hurdles all the way through this thing, from could we get a sponsor? Could we sell 80,000 tickets? And then there were hockey operational concerns, like, okay, if the weather's bad, what's an official game? Is it like baseball, right? Like, how many do we have to play 2 periods? Like, we don't have those rules. What if the wind is really bad? How do we adjust?
All right, let me give you a little bit of an origin story about the Winter Classic. January 1st in the U.S. is college football day, except NBC didn't really have a slate of games like its competitors did. What NBC did have, starting in 2005, was the NHL. So, President of Programming John Miller saw an opportunity to program something other than figure skating and dog shows on New Year's Day. Miller and Collins started to work together on the concept of an outdoor hockey game on January 1st. As Collins recalled, the initial concept was to piggyback off of one of sport's greatest city rivalries.
The original thought was do it at Yankee Stadium, do it at the old Yankee Stadium, have it be the Rangers and the Bruins, and now we're talking about Buffalo. It's a little different.
After the Rangers and Bruins didn't work, Buffalo stepped up to be the host of the Winter Classic. The problem was finding someone who wanted to play Buffalo. They asked every division rival, every geographic rival. They got no across the board, until they came to the Pittsburgh Penguins. As Collins recalls it, David Morehouse had just become CEO of the team, and he was, quote, a very forward-thinking guy. So he offered up the Penguins as the opponent of the Buffalo Sabres in the Winter Classic. And as for Buffalo, any concerns about them as a venue was blown away like a snowdrift after they got a look at the fans.
That New Year's Eve, that New Year's Day was unbelievable, right? And then, then the game was incredible. And that fan base was, they treated it like it was any other big event, AFC Championship game, right? It was like the same crowd. They were tailgating, and they had the shirts off, and painted chests, and it was amazing.
The Winter Classic had its challenges, and it had its skeptics. But Collins said the opposition was never fierce enough where he was concerned the game wouldn't happen.
On the inside, you were having to meet the challenge, or you were holding your breath, but I don't think it was ever really a question that it wouldn't come off. I give a lot of credit to Gary for having the guts to see the vision and support the vision, because there were a lot of moments where I'm sure there was complaining from other parts of the organization, the NHL generally. There probably were some doubts that this was, ultimately something that would turn out to be 37 sold-out games, right? Not just a gimmick.
But what does Sidney Crosby think about the first Winter Classic when he thinks back to that event?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I think we just I didn't see it playing out that way. I thought it might be just like a one-time deal, and then to see the way it went, and to see it continually get this, the attention that it gets and have the impact that it has. They're fun. I mean, I don't know what our record is. I like it to be a little bit better in those, but the first one was incredible.